Alright, what's up everyone? Today we're diving into a real juicy AITA post. It's called AITA for taking away all of my daughter's luxuries after comments that she made about me. Sounds like we're about to get into some family drama, so let's check it out. For context, I am a single father, 34M, to a teenage daughter, 16F, and we're from Scotland. I've pretty much raised her myself ever since her mother walked on the both of us when my daughter was still a toddler. Her mother wasn't fully committed to having a child due to how young we were at the time. However, I knew that I wanted this baby girl in my life and I was determined to go through whatever hardships were thrown my way. Then the eventuality came and her mother left us and hasn't factored into our lives ever since. Fast forward to the present day and I've developed a wonderful relationship with my daughter. She's the only person who has factored into my life for these past 16 years, and every decision that I've made for her. There has been challenges along the way and some very difficult times. But we've always managed to get through them, and I believe that I've done a good job in the role of both her father and her mother. She's very articulate, well-behaved, and polite. She is honestly the best daughter that I could have ever asked for. And we're incredibly close, too, due to it being just the two of us. She has always been what they would call a daddy's girl. All of my disposable income has always gone towards father/daughter days out together, buying her things whenever she has asked for them. Though always within reason and budget and with conditions such as that she does well in school. Everything seemed perfect till recently. A few weeks ago, a few of her best friends were over for the weekend. My daughter and her friends have known each other since their infant school days, early elementary school for any US Redditors. They must have assumed that I was too far out of earshot because when my daughter's friends were talking about how envious they are of her and how lucky she is for having a dad who loves her and will do anything for her, the words that came out of my daughter's mouth felt like swords piercing my heart. She started laughing as she told her friends about how easy it is for her to behave like a loving daughter so that she can get anything that she wants from me. My daughter and her friends then all laughed together and made further jokes about how easily she can manipulate me. Hearing these words coming from the mouth of the one person who I've dedicated my life to has been the hardest anguish that I've ever felt, and it feels as though she has physically ripped my heart from my chest. I have feelings of hurt, betrayal, and humiliation from the one person who I never expected would put me through this. After her friends left, I sat down for dinner with my daughter and I asked her what she meant when she told her friends that she behaves like a loving daughter just so that she can get anything that she wants from me. In that instant, I saw the look in her face that reminded me of a deer in headlights. She initially didn't know what to say. But after a few moments, the look on her face turned to one of ashamed as she tried to apologize and tell me that she didn't mean any of the words that she said. I don't believe that she is sorry or ashamed for her manipulation and lack of respect. I feel that she's only sorry about being caught. As punishment, I have taken away the luxuries that I have been spending on her, such as subscription services to Netflix, Crunchyroll, etc. I've replaced her contract phone with a simple phone that is pay-as-you-go so that she can still contact people in an emergency, and I've also canceled bookings for upcoming father/daughter days that I had planned with her, barring the basic necessities that I need to provide for her as her father, such as food, clothing, a roof over her head, money for transportation to school, and money for school supplies. My daughter feels that I am being incredibly unfair towards her, and she has told me that this will permanently damage our relationship together. Which of course I do fear it could cause an irreparable damage to our relationship and that I will ultimately lose the one remaining person that I have left. However, I feel as though this is a fair punishment. She has taken advantage of my love for her and manipulated me to get everything that she wants, whilst also disrespecting me by laughing about how easy I am for getting everything that she wants. All of her past behavior and words of love towards me now all just feels like a bunch of lies so that she could get anything that she wants. She has cried, telling me that she genuinely does love me and that she appreciates everything that she has done for me. But I am not so sure which words are the true. Those cries as she tells me that she loves me, or that laughter whilst telling her friends how easy I am to manipulate. I do apologize for what seems to be a rambling, and I promise that this isn't AI created nor for karma farming. I am just looking for words and opinions from those out of my immediate circle, because this entire ordeal has scrambled my entire head and has left my heart torn in two by the one person who I never thought would break it. Because I genuinely want to believe that she loves me and that she was just being an immature teenager. But I also don't want to be naive to the idea that perhaps these are my daughter's true and honest feelings towards me and that I've been nothing but a bank of free money for her. And whilst I will always love her because she's my daughter and that love is unconditional, I feel as though things won't ever go back to being how they once were, because there will always be that doubt now on whether her love for me is genuine. Thank you for listening to this incredibly long rant. It is slightly healing getting all of this off of my chest, tbh. _________. Edit, update. Thank you to everyone so far for your responses. I do appreciate all of them, and that includes both the ent A and white A responses. I feel that both are needed to try and help me get my head around this entire situation. I will try and respond to as many replies as I can, but I do appreciate everyone who has taken time out of their day to post their own thoughts on the matter. Just a few clarifications and minor bits of information that I left out in my original post. Whilst she certainly did say at first that my punishments would damage our relationship long-term, she has since backtracked on that and has apologized, saying that she honestly didn't mean that and that she only said it out of anger at the time. She does seem to be genuinely upset and deeply regrets saying that. She's also up for counseling so that we can come to an understanding, and my best friend and my daughter's godmother has offered to mediate between the both of us. Because we all want to get this sorted, and I genuinely want to believe what my daughter is saying is true and that she regrets saying something that she didn't mean. But I still feel that it will take a while to heal those wounds caused by her words. Once again, thank you everyone for taking your time to respond to something that has really been wrecking my mind. ________________________ Update 2. Except for a few comments about the mother, I am genuinely appreciative of the comments that have agreed and disagreed with my actions. I am glad that I decided to take this to Reddit so that I could get an outsider's perspective. I did this for 2 reasons. Firstly, I didn't want a biased opinion from family or friends who'll either agree with my daughter or myself. And secondly, I don't wish to run the risk of family thinking badly about my daughter. Even in all of this, I love her and I want to protect her from the risk of judgment by family. I've been reading through the comments, getting all your opinions and experiences, and I am going to take a while to go over my mind on what I want to say to my daughter tomorrow when we talk about what has happened. I want to go into this all with as clear a head as possible and understand where I am at fault myself. And I 100% agree with those who have said that I am at fault for a number of my own mistakes and behavior. I deeply regret canceling the father/daughter events that we had planned together. She has already lost one parent, and it is wrong of me to deny her time with her one remaining parent. That was incredibly wrong of me, and I do intend on apologizing to her tomorrow for that. That is my own fault, and I will own up to it. Finally, looking back on what I included in my original post, a lot of how I've perceived the entire situation has most likely come from me being blinded by my own emotions. But I won't edit it out as I feel that I need to remain open in what I have already shared. And that's including if it's stuff that I shouldn't have shared and regret doing so. Example, I regret saying that she is most likely only sorry because she has been caught. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, let's see what this guy's deal is. Oof, that's rough, man. Single dad, daughter since she was a toddler, sounds like he's put in a lot of work. Sounds like they have a good relationship too, always doing stuff together. Wait, what? Whoa, okay, that's messed up. Hearing your daughter talk about you like that, I can't even imagine. Taking away the luxuries seems like a fair consequence, honestly. But is it gonna fix anything? Okay, he's regretting canceling the days out, good. He seems open to talking and figuring things out. Let's find out what the community has to say about this. I think you and your daughter would benefit from some family counseling. Tell her how hurt you were and that you want to go to counseling with her to work through it. If she willingly agrees to counseling, you'll know she does care. But you have to be open and honest with your feelings. She needs to see how much pain she caused you. Parenting is tough. Sometimes there are no right answers. Looking back, I feel my kids might have benefited both from more strictness and more understanding. I would say you should try to treat this as a learning moment for both of you. Letting her gradually earn your trust back as you try to understand her behavior may help grow your relationship. Good luck. She's 16, brother. I think she was probably just trying to sound cool to her friends. Sounds like she was just trying to sound edgy to her mates. Hope you can both sort it through. I think you're too dependent on your daughter. This is totally normal teenage behavior and you're acting as if your wife said something bad behind your back. I think the fact that she has been the only person in your life for so long has been incredibly damaging to you, and it could be damaging to her as well to have a father so dependent on her. She can't be responsible for your feelings and she needs room to make normal teenage mistakes. She's a teenager, not your life partner. Give her some room. I hope you found this story and the comments interesting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.